Hey guys, so today we're still working on EE7, but we're going to add in the favorites that y'all like is fractions and decimals with word problems. Now, just a reminder, if you are going to solve it using addition, we're going to write it using subtraction and vice versa. If you're going to solve it using multiplication, we're going to write an equation using division. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. We have Sierra that sawed 10.5 inches off the end of a board. The remaining board was 37.5 inches long. So now think about this. We're sawing off 10.5. What we have left after we sawed it off was 37.5. So then it says, how long was the board that she cut it from? So what was the beginning board? Like how long was it before she cut it? And then it says write an equation, so we have to have an equal sign. Now, think about this. If I were in 5th grade, what I would do is I would take this 10.5 and this 37.5, and I would add those together because I want to figure out what it was before I cut the 10.5 off. So if I would solve it using addition, I'm going to write an equation using subtraction. So we're going to use B for the starting length of the board. So here's the starting length, and then we cut off 10.5. So we're going to subtract 10.5 to get 37.5 inches left. Now, reminder, we could add 10.5 back to both of these sides, and that would equal B by itself. That's our isolated variable. And then we would get, let's see, that'd be 48 inches total. So it was 48 inches to begin with. Then we cut off 10.5, and we got 37.5 left. All right, so next one. Sylvia rented a boat for $16.50 per hour. The total rental fee was $49.50. How many hours did Sylvia rent the boat? Write an equation. So think about this. If I were in 5th grade, what I would do is I would take that total, that $49.50, and I would divide it by $16.50 to figure out how many hours I had it. But since we're using division to solve it, we're going to write an equation using multiplication. So we're going to take our hours, and then we're going to multiply it to $16.50 to get our total of $49.50. Now, we could write it this way. You could also smush these two together, the variable and the coefficient, and you can put them just like this. Well, not like that. Like this. So these two equations mean the exact same thing. So 16.5h means the same thing as h times 16.5. Same exact thing. So then we would divide, just like we said a while ago to solve it, we would divide by 1650 on both sides. All right, so h is going to give us 3 hours. My pen will work together. All right, with me. There you go. So our equation that they're wanting us to write can either be this one or the one below it. Now, if you're solving it, you're going to do the inverse of it. But make sure if it tells you to write the equation, you solve it and you write the equation. But sometimes it's easier to solve the problem first, then go back and write the equation using inverse operations.